Hello folks, this is Les Goldstein from Personal Financial Strategies Incorporated with your July 2015 Educational Economic Update. In this month's video, we'll talk about some of the major economic events from last month and give you some insight into what they might mean for you as an investor. Please stay tuned at the end for a required disclosure statement. Greece was again at the center of headlines last month as the country edged ever closer to financial meltdown. On the domestic side, second quarter earnings season has kicked off, giving investors a clearer picture of how companies did last quarter. In mid-July, Greek and European negotiators were finally able to hammer out a compromise that keeps Greece in the Eurozone while instituting some of the reforms that creditors wanted to see. However, the wheels seem to be coming off the deal already, as both sides ultimately want very different things. Greece wants austerity relief and debt restructuring, while creditors want further reforms. Will the deal lead to a final resolution on Greece's issues? We're not so sure. Stay tuned on a daily basis to learn more about this. Here in the U.S., earnings season is coming to focus in July, and the picture so far is just mediocre. Out of 263 S&P 500 companies that have reported so far, earnings were up just 3.2% year over year on essentially flat sales. The energy sector continues to drag on overall earnings growth because of low oil prices. If you take energy companies out of the picture, analysts expect overall S&P 500 earnings to be up 5.3% year over year on 1.2% higher revenues. The results tell us that a lot of the weakness companies experienced in the first quarter stayed with them in the second quarter. Will U.S. firms be able to shake off the doldrums in the second half of the year? It's hard to say. With the European and Chinese economies continuing to struggle with growth, the global demand picture does not look too strong. Domestically, the economic picture is doing reasonably well. Hiring continues to increase steadily, and wage growth is edging upwards, but consumer sentiment dropped in July, probably because of what's happening in Greece and China overseas. We also got our first look at second quarter gross domestic product, often referred to as GDP, which showed that the economy grew at 2.3% last quarter. While economists had predicted higher growth, it's still a vast improvement on the 0.5% the economy grew in the first 3 months of 2015. The Federal Reserve continues to meet. They met again in July, and no interest rate changes were announced. The Fed, however, did reiterate its intentions to raise rates this year. We just don't know when. The Fed cited improvements in the job market in support of its intentions, though further decisions will be still contingent on continuing job gains. Our expectations baked into stock and bonds. We don't know for certain, no one knows for certain, but the Fed has been telegraphing its rate play for months now, so that we hope markets won't overreact when rates finally do start to go up. How fast will interest rates go up when they do? Nobody knows how fast the Fed will start raising rates, but everything they've said to date tells us that they will move ahead with this before the end of 2015, and that they will move cautiously and keep an eye on the data as they go. How does this impact you? Well, for example, how soon will your credit card rates go up? Of course, that depends on your card, but it might happen in the very next billing period. Looking ahead, investors will be looking for earnings surprises, both positive and negative, and gauging expectations for the third quarter of 2015. The economic picture is pretty mixed right now, so investors will be keeping a close eye on data in the upcoming weeks. As always, we're keeping a close eye on markets and will update you when and as necessary. That's it for our July 2015 Educational Economic Update. If you have any questions or concerns about what we've just discussed, please reach out to me or Robert Hart or Yvonne Haverland or Richard Huberger here at PFS. As always, we can be reached at 847-268-3670. And here is a list of some of our upcoming economic and social events. We have a retirement income class coming up soon, towards the end of September. We have our September wine tasting coming soon. We have an estate planning meeting coming in October. Best thing to do, go to our website, personalfinancialstrategies.net, see what's going on, see what interests you, and come join us. Remember, nothing that we talk about here is a recommendation. If you would like to discuss your personal financial situation, please call us at 847-268-3670. Here is our required disclosure. While we believe the information in this report is reliable, we cannot guarantee its accuracy. Opinions expressed herein are subject to change without notice and are not intended as investment advice or a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Please consult with us before making any investment decision. As always, thank you for your time and attention. Look forward to talking to you soon. Les Goldstein signing off for July 2015.